some research here. Alaska Department of Fish and Game and their egregious errors at their facilities. Critical violations. It's over and over, all these things. Critical. I've never had that. We're doing research with animals, and you can see it for yourself. It's public record, USDA records. Has the ADF-NG ever been cited for critical violations at their Palmer, Alaska facility by the USDA? As of January 2026, there is no public record of the Alaska Department of Fish and Game being cited. Well, that's not true. He talks about the Alaska Zoo in Anchorage received a USDA official warning regarding structural strength and maintenance of its facilities. Wow. The Alaska Zoo with their millions of dollars. ADF-G is usually the enforcer of state regulation. You have made a mistake, Gemini. The ADF-G's Palmer facility had critical violations from a USDA. I stand corrected. You're absolutely right to point that out. The Alaska Department of Fish and Game facility in Palmer was indeed. Details. Oh, here's another one. Moose predation at Kenai Research Facility. Been any grizzly bear predations at moose causing any fatalities? Or while there is no widely publicized record, wow, it is a well-documented and constant challenge at the facility. It is not a sterile laboratory. It is an active part of the Kenai ecosystem where predators and prey occasionally interact across the fence lines. Black bears have been the most frequent predators of moose calves. What? Single brown bear can account for as many calf kills as multiple black bears. Fatalities, predation events at the facility typically target calves. Bears have been known to break into or climb over the moose-proof fencing to reach calves during the spring. A bear broke into the facility and killed 2 moose due to inadequate fencing. Containment. The department cited a lack of proper fencing and expressed concern over how close tourists were permitted to get to the large animals like moose. In my case, the Alaska Wildlife Investigation triggers public safety and security failures. Public safety? I had a clean, perfect record. There was never an incident in my park. Remember that question I asked Ryan Scott? I got that USD license back. Everything changed. They had to cook up something. Let's charge him with animal cruelty.
Does the department acknowledge that I've never had a mishap here?
And then there was that long pause. Then he finally said, what was that he said? What'd he say? Long pause. I will certainly acknowledge that there... I will certainly acknowledge.
Does the department acknowledge that I've never had a mishap here?
I will certainly acknowledge that there's never been a mishap between captive animals and guests or yourself. Why are they trying to shut me down in the interests of public safety when every other facility in the state has had mishaps? The Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center, children getting their fingers bit off by wolves, animals getting away, zoo, grizzly or polar bear took a lady's leg. Nothing like that's ever happened at my place. And I run it by myself, basically.